Why do flooring cuts around door frames look terrible on most installs? Because this step usually gets rushed. First, the plank gets tapped tightly into place using a rubber mallet. Then, a full board gets lined up perfectly against the doorframe to map out the exact cut. Instead of guessing measurements, the installer marks the shape directly onto the plank for a perfect fit. Now the cutting begins. A utility knife scores along the marked lines several times to create deep grooves. Then the plank gets flipped over while straight guidelines are transferred across the surface for more precise cuts. Little by little, the extra material gets weakened and snapped away by hand. The inside corners get carefully scored next, creating the exact L shape needed for the door jamb. A few final cuts separate the last small sections cleanly without splintering the edges. Then the area under the frame gets cleaned out so nothing blocks the fit. Finally, the notched plank slides perfectly around the door frame and clicks into the previous row. A few final mallet taps lock everything tightly together. Clean cuts, tight seams, and a professional looking finish with almost no visible gaps.